Warzone Jones. This is my TNA LockDown review, and I gotta say, we had a good show. Despite the fact you had a couple of guys who no-showed this pay-per-view. X-Pac, who's kind of have a bit of a reputation, probably not showing up, and Doug Williams. But Doug Williams has an excuse. X-Pac doesn't. Doug Williams' excuse was, there's some situation, something with a volcano. I'm not for sure of all the situations, but he has a good excuse for why he didn't show up, stuttering. But let's move on to the card. First match, James Storm versus RVD. Pretty good. It's a pretty good match. Standard match. Didn't need to be great. This was pretty basically whoever wins this match gets the advantage in the Lethal Lockdown match. It was a pretty good match. RVD wins. He goes over. His team gets the advantage. And I thought James Storm was going to win. I figured, maybe James Storm should have won because, maybe the heels to get the advantage. And by the way, like RVD had beat him, last week on Impact anyway. But moving on, it was a pretty good match. 2 stars. Next match was the X Division Xscape Match. Homicide versus Kendrick versus Chris Sabin versus Alex Shelley. Now, in my opinion, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, these guys, like, they're tag teaming, so why would these guys be facing each other? But, I guess they figured you got to have the machine guns on the pay-per-view. So, but in my opinion, it should have been, like, Amazing Red. But I'm okay with that. The match was okay. It was a 2-star match, in my opinion. So I give this match 2 stars. This match, could have been better, consider all this talent. But it was a pretty good, enjoyable match, in my opinion, more than watchable. Next match was Kevin Nash versus Eric Young. Now, I see a lot of people, in their reviews, they get this match 1 star. Actually, I liked this match a little bit more than what everybody else thought. So remember, all this is just my opinion. So please don't try to tell me you new asshole. I would give this match actually 2 stars, but that's just not my opinion. My opinion. When I say I give it 2 stars, I'm not saying it was as good as the X Division Xscape Match. No, the X Division Xscape Match was way better than this. But I give this match 2 stars. No, remember, this is just my opinion. Now, the next match was Velvet Sky and what's the other name? Talia Madison. Damn, hold on, wait a second. The Beautiful People. What the hell am I doing? It's the Beautiful People versus Tara and Angelina Love. This match was okay. 2 stars in my opinion. The match was okay, but your new Knockouts champion, TNA Knockouts champion, is none other than Madison Rayne. Madison Rayne. That's what I meant to say. I said Talia Madison. Madison Rayne, she's the new Knockouts champion, and they're still the TNA Knockouts champion. I wonder why would they give Madison Rayne the belt. I guess they're trying to give Madison Rayne a little push. Maybe she needs it because she hasn't really done anything anyway. When you think about it, she hasn't really done nothing. But I guess I'm okay with it. But moving on, now I get that match 2 stars. Next match was Homicide versus Shannon versus Cass. Yeah, now Homicide's in the best because he won the TNA X Division Xscape Match. I don't want to give a spoiler, but hey, I just said his name. But Homicide versus Shannon versus Cass. This was a good match. Cass is your new TNA's knockout. Damn, what the hell? TNA X Division champion. What I'm about to say knockout. He's your new TNA X Division champion, and I'm cool with that. Cass is a good wrestler. He's a great wrestler. Cass, you're clearly gonna get a Cass at Doug Williams feud. When Doug Williams comes back, you're clearly gonna get a feud at the next pay-per-view. And these guys are gonna go at it. But this was a pretty good match. It was 3 stars. And I thought this match could have been better, but hey, I'm okay with it. I can't complain too much. 3 stars. Next match, Team 3D versus The Band. Now, it was Kevin Nash had to take X-Pac place because X-Pac wasn't there for whatever reason. Whether he getting howled, getting drunk, or maybe he was banging China. I don't know what the hell he was doing. But Kevin Nash had to take X-Pac's spot. These guys had a St. Louis street fight, what they call it. The match was okay. This was a pretty, it was an okay match. The match was better than what I thought it was going to be. This street fight was better than the street fight that they had on Impact. And this time, it was back and forth. It wasn't like one-sided like it was last time. But, this is pretty much, the Outsiders versus Team 3D. But pretty good match in my opinion. It was decent, more than watchable. 2 stars. Next match was match of the night. Ken Anderson versus Kurt Angle. Ken Anderson versus Kurt Angle. This match was great. And on top of that, it told a great story. Now, a lot of people, including myself included, thought the feud had, dragged up a little bit because, these guys are facing each other, pretty much like every week on Impact. And on top of that, the first match that these guys had together at that pay-per-view a while back wasn't really that good. Like it was a little boring and it was a little dull. And then these guys had a ladder match, which was pretty good in my opinion. Not the best ladder match clear, but it was 10 times better than their first match. This match is 20 times better, 100 times better than their ladder match in their first match period. So this was a real good match. Kurt Angle is he's leaving. He's going to take a break for a little while. I don't know how long he might be going. He might be gone for 3 months. Who knows? Who knows when Kurt Angle's going to come back? But he clearly needs to heal up. Kurt Angle, he well gets to deserve to rest. He left with a bang. So Kurt Angle, he's your winner. I give this match 4 stars without a doubt, in my opinion. The Pope versus AJ Styles. And now this was a pretty good match. I thought this was going to be the best match of the night, actually. I thought this was going to be the best match of the night, but still a pretty good match. This is a real good match. AJ Styles retains his TNA World Title. I sort of wanted the Pope to win a little bit. Like I think a lot of people sort of wanted the Pope to win, but it's like they lost focus on this feud between AJ Styles and the Pope, which I thought was stupid. Like how the hell did you do that? But the Pope, man, the man, he's still going to clearly be over. I don't know if this feud is going to continue between these two, but we'll have to see. But this was a real good match. AJ had cheated. He grabbed a pin from the cameraman. I guess he grabbed it out of his shirt. But, yeah, clearly he grabbed it out of the cameraman's shirt, and he poked him in the eye. But this was a real good match. 3 stars. Next is Team Flair versus Team Hogan. This match was decent. It was a decent match. You had some decent spots. You had some decent things going on. I thought, they should have started the match with Abyss and Robert Roode, but don't get me wrong. Like, I just didn't think that was the first combination you should have started with. But you still have some pretty good action between those two. You have pretty good action between everybody. So everybody did their thing for sure. Especially like Robert, he did his thing. All these guys did their thing. Jeff Hardy comes out. Jeff Hardy. They got attacked backstage by Sting. So, you might get a Jeff Hardy versus Sting feud. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that Jeff Hardy versus Sting feud. But Team Hogan wins. Team Hogan wins this match. I sort of wanted Team Flair to win, but Team Hogan, these guys win. Not only did they win the advance, but they won the match. But, you had some good spots between, Jeff Hardy had Swanton. He jumped off the ladder off the top of the cage on the James Storm right on through the table. He had James Storm on the table, came off the ladder, splashed right on to James Storm right on the table. But this is a pretty good match, pretty good spots. The pay-per-view was good, period. This was a pretty good pay-per-view. So this is the best pay-per-view so far ever since Hogan and Eric Bischoff had came in. And Eric Bischoff, he showed up in the match. Yeah, Hogan and Ric Flair. Eric Bischoff, Hogan, Ric Flair, all 3 of these guys got in the match. And you're thinking Eric Bischoff is about to betray Hulk Hogan, which is what I thought, because he pulled out some brass knucks. He was about to get ready to beat up on Ric Flair, and he made it seem like he was going to pass him to Ric Flair, but he really passes him to Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan uses on Ric Flair, and he beats the crap out of him. So this was a pretty good pay-per-view. Order it. Buy it. I recommend it. This is a pretty good pay-per-view. Buy the DVD. So this is the best pay-per-view so far. Probably in 2010, to be honest with you. But, regardless if it's TNA or WWE. But, this for sure is the best pay-per-view for TNA so far. So we'll see if they can top this pay-per-view with their next pay-per-view. This is a pretty good show. Everybody watch Impact. And this is Warzone Jones. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. And that's it. I'm out.